Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, lived a young girl named Cinderella. She was kind, gentle, and had a heart full of dreams. However, her life was far from magical. After her mother's passing, Cinderella found herself living with her stepmother and two stepsisters, who treated her as a servant in her own home. Amidst the hardships, Cinderella found solace in the company of the animals around her. Birds would sing to her, and mice would be her companions. One day, news arrived that the king was hosting a grand ball, inviting all the young maidens of the land. Cinderella's stepsisters were thrilled, but she was saddened, for she longed to attend too. As the day of the ball approached, Cinderella's stepsisters were in a frenzy of excitement, trying on gowns and preparing for the enchanting event. Cinderella, though, was left to mend their dresses and tend to their every whim. Tears welled up in her eyes as she wished she could go to the ball and experience a taste of the happiness she so deserved. Then, as if by magic, her fairy godmother appeared. With a wave of her wand and a sprinkle of stardust, Cinderella's rags transformed into a breathtaking gown, and her worn-out shoes turned into delicate glass slippers. "You shall go to the ball," her fairy godmother assured her, "but remember, the spell will break at midnight." Cinderella arrived at the ball, her heart pounding with excitement. As she entered, all eyes turned to her, captivated by her beauty and grace. Even the prince was enchanted by her presence. They danced, and for a moment, the world felt perfect. But as the clock struck 12, Cinderella's enchanting attire began to fade, and she hurriedly left the ball, leaving behind a single glass slipper. The prince, determined to find the mysterious maiden, set out to every corner of the kingdom. The glass slipper became a symbol of hope, as every maiden hoped to be the one it would fit. When the prince arrived at Cinderella's home, her stepsisters tried in vain to squeeze into the slipper, but it was a perfect fit for Cinderella. As the slipper found its true owner, Cinderella's world transformed once again. With the glass slipper on her foot, she was no longer a servant, but a princess. She forgave her stepmother and stepsisters and embraced a new life of happiness and love. And so, Cinderella's dreams came true, proving that even in the darkest of times, kindness, courage, and a little touch of magic can lead to a happily ever after. And they lived happily ever after.